What up? And welcome to another episode of Fingers in the Batter, coming to you live from the IEEC Studios number 2. I am your host, MRT, and with me as always, my co-host, Eric.
Yo, K-Pasa, what's up?
I ran out of stuff to say about Eric. I feel like I've complimented him enough.
Like, when am I going to get a compliment?
I know. Somebody introduced me into the show. Oh, man.
We should do it like on Conan O'Brien. Like Andy Richter presents him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll do that for next episode. Eric will start presenting the show as main co-host.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back into the shadows and just...
And then you come out and do the string dance.
That's funny. What's up, Eric?
What's up?
For those of you that don't know or didn't notice, we had a break off because we filmed 2 episodes in one day, and I think we knocked it out of the park enough to where we finally get an audience. People will look back and be like, why didn't we know about these episodes before?
All right. Did people know we had a week off?
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't know. And that's how slick we are.
I don't know.
That people didn't.
I think we referenced the times, I think.
Did we? Oh, damn. Well, I felt like we had a week off, but
I didn't feel like we had a week off.
Oh, yeah, Eric.
If I had known I was going to edit both episodes, I would have done them back to back. But
yeah, Eric did the editing these 2 weeks. So if the editing looks better to you, you know why.
And if it looked worse, it was actually Berto.
Hey, man, I do what I can. Wait, the last episode was a collaborated effort.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
it was.
If that episode is the best one, then we need
to merge our powers more often.
Exactly, and get this stuff to you guys in a better format. But I actually like editing. I do. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's not that it feels like a job, but when I do it, I'm in the zone. Yeah. I like to do it. I'm here, and I finish it and I feel accomplished. It's just getting started that kind of is like, all right, let's do this. I got to do this. But I got to get out of that because, you know what I mean? This is our baby. Like, I have to put more passion and more, just more overall, like, initiative to get this stuff, like, done and out to everybody so they could see how much we put into this, and maybe, you know, we can get that same response back.
Yeah, but I like editing too. Like, sometimes, like, I don't even care that it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like I'm in the zone and I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, I could do this and this and this. And
yeah, it's cool because sometimes the stuff that I'm doing, it's like Eric taught me all the stuff I know, but I'm just so amazed by it still. Like, I can't believe I can do this. I can't believe I can have a rolling screen for our fucking social media links. I can't believe that I know how to make a green screen black. Like,
what do you mean? This is black,
right? Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, it's a black curtain. We're in a black room. All that stuff like amazes me. That a part of me thinks of, like, I've been editing things since high school. Why didn't I just take on editing as a thing, you know? But sometimes people discourage you because they're like, you know, there's
you have to get more practical.
You have to get more practical, or people don't want to pay for your services, you know, stuff like that. But now I know why YouTubers make it, because it's not about making money. It's about maybe you learning a craft, and only you know the way that you want these things to play out, work out. Because when we do this, we already have a standard, and we know what to expect, and that's what we like. If somebody else was editing our videos, we might not like what we get back.
Like, it could be somebody that's edited, like, professionally for, like, major studios, but, like, we might not like it because...
Yeah, exactly. We still might be disappointed, and especially if we're paying for it. Because
at least we just disappoint ourselves, man.
Exactly. And I'm not disappointed about the way we edit these videos.
Yeah, no.
I fucking love it. So Lisa likes it when you edit the episodes.
I don't feel like I've done anything fancy lately, though. The only thing I figured out was about the keeping.
Oh, that was badass. So
the bottle green.
So Eric figured out. You have to teach me that. Okay, so we have the green screen, right? Eric has this sticker right here that, if people didn't notice, it's a Patron sticker. It's green, right?
So for like the past year and a half.
For the past year and a half, that Patron sticker looks black because we're telling the Ultra Key to suck out all the green out of the episode, right? Out of the video. So for our last video, we bought the Crown Apple, and you know how they come in a bag? The Crown Apple comes in a green bag. So Eric's all like, hey, this bag's gonna come out looking black. And we were laughing about it. And then he sends me a picture, and he figured out how to green screen around it. And so the bag came out green, and the green screen came out black. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It might be simple to everybody else out there, but I'm proud of ourselves.
Hey, we're learning as we go. Nobody taught us. Eric's a self-taught YouTube
video editor.
And he just passes down his knowledge to me. So it's fun. I like it.
Yes.
What you been up to, Eric? Other than, because I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
I am. Just working home and watching streaming stuff.
You've been streaming? Oh, no, you've been watching streaming people.
I've been too lazy to stream. I keep seeing, because I got a new green screen to stream in my, my thing, but then I get lazy to put it up.
As good as this one?
It's better than the last one I had. Remember how the last one I had, you said,
looked like paper. It looked like...
It's like actual cloth.
It looked like they sewed that thing with the thinnest plastic on.
Hey, it worked for what I needed it for when I needed it. Okay?
I'm not trying to knock you down. I'm just trying to say how did we get so lucky to get the one we have now?
I know. This was a good buy.
Yeah, first try. I work with another podcast, and they bought a green screen recently, and it was their green screen. You could see right through it. Any sort of light, right through it. You could see it. And so, pretty much I was like, because they've been asking me to help edit their videos, I was like, I can't do this. So I had to ask Lisa to come and bring me ours, because I was like, I just don't feel right, you know? And
where'd you buy it?
Eric bought it.
Amazon.
But Eric bought it with a package.
Yeah, it came with the coal stand and stuff.
But I guess it's harder to find it alone than if you rebought this package, you would get the same one.
I would hope so. But you're right. It is kind of sketchy because it might be coming from a different seller or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm grateful we have this shit, but especially after seeing the one you had. Didn't tell them about the incident with the hole in your green screen at home.
Okay, so I got this little cheap green screen. It was $10. It's only 5 by 5 maybe. I don't know. It's small. I mean, it's just it's a close up of me, so I don't need that much green screen behind me. But I got it on eBay. It was $10. It came in the mail. It was all folded up, and it was all creased. I was like, fuck, this is gonna look bad on camera. I should have tested it first, so because it didn't affect it really. But I tried to iron it, and next thing I know. I wasn't even trying to iron it yet. Next thing I know, there's green goo on my iron. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it turns out I melted a hole in it. And it was towards the edge. So I thought I could hide it. But then Berto saw it and on the video, not even in real life. He saw it through the video. He's like, What's wrong with it right there? I was like, fuck.
I know it just caught my eye. Like, am I tripping out or what is going on right there? But, man, I always think I lowered down the volume on my phone, and then I lowered down the volume, and then I think I put it back up, and then it never goes back up. I don't understand what's going on with my phone.
You don't have a do not disturb?
No. It's
D&D,
not an iPhone.
even though people think it's Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I do not have a do not disturb. What I've been up to is I've been making videos with my mom. We've been making...
Follow us on TikTok, which we have recently acquired 4,000 followers on TikTok. It's okay. 4,000 is it's hey, that's more than
respectable.
we have on all the other ones combined.
Like
Okay.
by times 100. It's a lot. So I've been making videos with my mom where we make these giant cocktails. If you guys go on our page, I've posted 1 or 2. On TikTok, I posted 2. We have a new one coming up.
I got 6,097.
Oh, sorry. So KimsBeautyglam is bragging that she has 6,000 more followers than us? No, 5,000? She said, oh no, how much?
She said 6 and we have 4.
Oh, I thought you said 9. Oh, that's only 2,000 more. We'll catch up.
Until they shut it down.
Oh, I know. That's what makes me sad. Is that
Berto was all freaking out last time.
It's because the government's going to shut down TikTok eventually, yeah. Because TikTok is owned by China or a Chinese company. And because they're from China, they're obligated to give all information to the Chinese government. So the United States doesn't trust them because, like, you're giving them permission to everything. So it could be a security breach. So I'm really, really upset that we finally found something where we got followers and...
I think it's too popular to get deleted, though.
No, or something's going to happen, or somebody right now is on the verge of creating
An American TikTok.
Yeah, I wish I was an app developer because that's what I would probably be.
The US government's like, only we could buy your secret data.
I would make one called TalkTick. and then
real creative.
Real creative. Yeah, I'm telling you, I thought of
everything's just inverted on there. Like you add video from the top.
Can you make your own
sideways?
Right? Can you make your own app modeled after another app, or is that copyright infringement if it works the same way another app works?
I think you have to change it enough so that it can claim it's a...
They're two different things. No, they're two different things. So
did you ever watch that show Silicon Valley that I told you should watch?
I didn't. I will though.
They talk about it,
and
then like there's a episode. There's a what's it called? A storyline where like they're making like Chinese knockoffs of everything, but like it's in China, so like they get away with it by copywriting it over there, and it's just slightly different enough to where like this is my intellectual property. Like, nope, I copyrighted in China and it's a totally different thing, even though it's the exact same thing.
It's all you have to do supposedly is change something by 15% and it's yours. So I had thought I came up with a badass app, and I got shut down by a lot of people.
I can make my own called Dedos in the Batter or Dedos in the Masa.
Is that 15% different? No, that's just a translation. I don't think that's enough. So
trademark copyright, fingers in the batter, and dedos en la masa, and any other language.
Right? Just in case. I had thought of an app, I had thought of an app, and I still, man, now I'm just putting it out there. But I mean, I got shut down.
And next thing you know, next month it's on the App Store.
So my idea for an app was that people move around everywhere, right? Some people move around and can't find a job in the city. So this app, you would be able to log on, and it's almost like a map. You would turn on your location, and then you would be able to look at everybody hiring within
your specified area that you
specified area that you want.
Sounds like a grinder, but for like jobs.
Yeah, well, like say I just moved here.
It's about grinding, like getting on the ground.
but say we moved to Texas. And we don't know who's hiring, right? You need a job maybe as soon as possible. You would get on this app, and it would show you a map, like Google Maps of the city. And instead of, you know how when you look at Google Maps, like restaurants or tire shops or anything like that, you would look up like who's hiring in the area.
You should make it call it grinding.
Grinding.
On the grind.
Right, on the grind. You could even be like, who's hiring? Like, it's so easy to make. Lisa just wants me to make it like the Grinder app.
She just wants you to be on Grindr.
But you get what I'm saying? And people are like, no, that's too obvious. That's already out there. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like I feel like I've seen posts like ads on Instagram, like get paid to like submit help wanted things. Like,
oh, is that what it is? People do that.
So you would pretty much jobs would pay you to advertise that in your map they're hiring. So for instance, you would log on and you would see everybody who's hiring in your area. And that's because on Google Maps, you know, like you can see everybody's houses. You can see who has pools everywhere. But these houses, which are businesses, would be highlighted. And you would click on it, and then it would give you the information, Jack in the Box, hiring for cooks.
Do you think
or
if
right
you're a pool
next door.
person, you go on Google Maps and you look for an area with high concentration of pools to try to offer your services?
You know what? I don't know. That's a good idea. I never thought about that. But I know Pokemon Go app, you could see who has pools in your area. Who has pools in your area. See? So I used to drive around playing Pokemon Go like, oh shit, this person has a pool. Like, can you imagine? And then you'd be able to go like, hey, you need your pool cleaned? I'll clean your pool. Like, if you're a real hustler. Dan, I wonder if I screenshotted this. Young Buck said something about like, if you don't go out there and hustle during this epidemic, then you don't deserve to be successful when we go back to normal. Because right now is the time for you to make decisions. Right now, these artists, they're not making as much money as they used to.
They don't have no shows.
They don't have no shows, and that's where a lot of money comes from. It's from touring.
Like the actual music and stuff, like that's the label.
Yeah, I think that's like 10% of what you actually make.
There's a lot of people making new albums.
Yeah, that's all they can do, but you have to share that money with whoever owns your masters, producers, your manager. Like, there's teams. By the time you sell, I think out of every song you sell, you only get like 10 cents to a quarter. It's nothing. You don't get nothing out of it. So
I feel like Russ posted something recently about like owning your own music, and like right now in this pandemic, like a lot of artists that don't own their own music,
they're not making money. Because a lot of people were charging 10 G's per show. You do 10 shows, that's 100 G's. That's enough. Obviously, you have to stay relevant. But if you were making 100 G's a year, playing 10 shows, you were living pretty comfortably. And now you can't even do that. So pretty much you got to think every artist is out at least 100 grand. So
do you think though, like, they don't have any other income besides just their music?
Well, a lot of I know people try to get them to invest, but that goes both ways. Like, what if you get hustled into making bad investments?
Yeah, true.
I think T-Pain lost millions and millions of dollars. Like, I think everything he made from when he was successful, he lost it investing in real estate.
Did he buy stuff in Detroit or something?
I don't know where he bought it, but I'll send you that information because it's interesting because it's a thing. Like, everybody knows that T-Pain went broke making bad investments on real estate. And it was just like, maybe he had somebody who thought they were making good investments, and that guy didn't even know what he was doing. Yeah, so if you can turn off the pot in 10 minutes. This is a cooking show, so
I was about to mute it, but then I didn't know if we were going to talk about the show or not, so I didn't mute it.
It is a cooking show. I think I've come to grown to like, hey, you might not see it, but we record during dinner time. And so this is eventually, like I keep promising, is eventually this will become we will have cooking segments where we actually cook.
And we won't even have to change locations, just flip the camera.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of interesting to hear like the ambient sound of somebody cooking in the background and pots and pans and kitchen. I mean, the stove turning on and stuff like that. The blender. That's okay. I think it doesn't pick up that much, but all right, moving on. I didn't think we were gonna have that long of an intro.
That was the intro?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
33 minutes.
23
minutes. Wow. Oh my god.
I lost my notes on my camera over there, so
we can talk for a long time. I know that our latest episode was only like an hour and 50 minutes, which is long. Originally, how long was it, Eric?
2 hours and 33 minutes.
2 hours and 33 minutes. So, it's ridiculous.
We had to buy some extra time on Buzzsprout for the month.
Oh, did we? Oh,
I don't know yet.
Oh, let me know. Let me know so I can shoot you some cash.
Because I was paying for more time, but then like when we stopped uploading, I was like, why am I paying for more? So I lowered it.
You lowered it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just
hey, Buzzsprout, you should have let us roll over that time.
Right? Exactly. Buzzsprout, I'll be emailing you about this. I'm a complainer. All right, let's
Karen
go.
Here.
I am a Karen.
Let me speak to your manager.
I'm a Ken, but I'm Mexican, so what did that transfer into?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no K names in Spanish? K names in Spanish. No. That's still... No, it's
for a man.
For a man.
Oh, Kevin.
No, Kevin. You just can't say an English name and then say it with an accent. And that's what it is. I have a cousin named Gilligan. Well, if that's the way the guy's name is pronounced in his country, because Jose Aldo, you can read it and it says Jose, but it has what do they call those things? Don't tell me. No, not tell me. What is it called?
I don't know. An accent?
An accent. There you go. It's still called an accent. It has an accent, so that's why it's called Jose. It's not Jose. It's Jose.
What?
Which is weird because the accent's on the E, but you say
that makes
Jose.
The J sounding?
The accent would have to be in the front, huh?
Yeah, because the accent on the E's just means it's Jose, not Jose.
Yeah, watch.
I believe you, Berto. I don't want to get into this I got receipts thing with you.
Look. Oh yeah, see, Jose. To me that looks like Jose, but it's Jose. It's because he's from Brazil, so I guess he has to tell you. I used to have a boss. His name was in English Martin, but he's Mexican, so he wanted you to call him Martin. He would not let you call him Martin. It would have to be Martin.
Oh, and then like there's this soccer player. He's Brazilian, so his name gets you pronounced in Portuguese, so it's Gabriel Jesus or something. So,
but it's Jesus?
Yeah. It's spelled Jesus, but
it's Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus.
Wow, that's crazy.
My name's Lisa. My family from Cambodia call me Liza.
Liza.
Would that be with a Z to pronounce it Liza in English?
Yeah, it'd be like Liza Minnelli.
But they were still like, Liza, I don't know what I fuck it.
Like, people when you say Lisa, they just put Lisa.
Yeah. I was Liza for 3 weeks. I was like, okay.
Just go with it.
I call Lisa lisping Lisa Lingaling.
What?
Lilang, because Lisa, that was your Instagram name for a long time, Lilang. And then I saw what is it, Josie and the Pussycats? And there's a girl in there called Lisping Lisa. So I was like, Lisping Lisa Lingaling. You should make a cartoon character. It's catchy. All right, let's get into beer review, man.
That's what she said.
Oh, no.
What?
There we go. Beer review time.
That sounds like golf clap.
Okay, so today we have finally we get to try a stout. This stout is from Pacific Plate Brewing Company, and it's an horchata stout. Stout brewed with cinnamon and lactose with chocolate and vanilla extracts added. This is a 1 pint, 5.2 alcohol by volume. This says, inspired by Nicaragua's Cerro Negro, Central America's youngest and most active volcano, our horchata milk stout highlights the bitterness of dark roasted malt, while being balanced by milk, sugars, cacao, Madagascar bourbon, vanilla, and an explosive flavor of Ceylon cinnamon, a delicious tribute to the traditional horchata drink sold in the Latin American marketplaces. Warning, seismic activity, contains milk.
Oh, I'm gonna have orcas coming through my stomach later.
Oh, okay, there is milk in here, I could tell. It looks like iced coffee when you open it. It's a 5.2 alcohol. I'm kind of disappointed by how low the alcohol content is because it is a stout. But also, you don't know what goes into making this specific formula that it calls for it to be in so low in alcohol content. But Lisa's bragging that she's over there drinking a 13.9 sangria in a bottle. I like turned up Lisa cute. Because she's more like involved in the show. She looks happier. Like that's only the second time we've seen it, and it makes me happy. I mean, so let's get to drinking it. Well, you give your thoughts. Have you ever had a stout?
I don't know what a stout is.
Okay, I'll look up stout for you. Oh, a stout is like fucking Guinness. That's what a stout is.
Like coffee-ish?
Yeah, it's like I think the base of it.
What's wrong with my voice there?
I think okay. For me, a stout is brewed with coffee beans and oatmeal, but that also might be a porter. So stout is a dark, top fermented beer with a number of variations, including dry stout, Baltic porter, milk stout, and imperial stout. The first known of the word used stout for a beer was documented in 1977. Wow. The sense being that a stout beer was a strong beer and not a dark beer. Oh, I get it. Like you're stout. Like you're stubborn, you're strong, you know? See? Okay, see? This is how I know I wasn't wrong. Breweries made them in various strengths. The strong beers typically 7 to 8 alcohol by volume.
So this is light.
That's a light compared to any other stout.
Wait, is seismic activity rumbling in my tongue?
That's probably what it means.
Because it says right under seismic activities where it says contains milk.
And there's milk stouts. There's drier Irish stouts, which is Guinness. There's porters. There's oatmeal stouts. Remember I said oatmeal?
Yeah.
I never had an oyster stout. There's chocolate stouts and imperial stouts. My favorite ones and Lisa's favorite ones are chocolate stouts and oatmeal stouts, which they usually combine with like cinnamon or peanut butter flavors. Vanilla is one of my favorite flavors to add into a stout. Think of it. So yeah, you already took a drink of yours, huh?
Yeah. I felt like it was getting warm, so I wanted to drink it before it got any
know.
warmer.
I felt like...
Why didn't we leave it in the fridge until we were ready
because I didn't think we were going to talk for that long.
I still feel
that was
like...
my fault. That was my fault.
You could definitely tell there's a horchata flavor to it.
I like it.
I like that it doesn't taste too strong like alcohol. But since it kind of tastes like horchata, it tastes like off horchata. Like
rum chata?
I don't know if I've had that.
You never had horchata? You okay?
I don't know. No, it's cruel.
I heard because the coronavirus, and now we're all infected.
No. I just drink it down.
It was her at the MPM grabbing that big thing of horchata and then going home with a rum chata and just mixing everything.
And mixing it together, I think you'd get more diabetes than you would get drunk off of that.
I don't think one drink is going to give you diabetes.
I mean, but rum chata is sweet. And a whole chug. I don't know. I think I've drank. Remember when we went to go see Panic at the Disco, and I drank that like whole case of Angry Orchards, and I was like dying.
I think I remember you talking about it. I don't remember it in real life. I just remember
you weren't that drunk when we went in.
No, I was the designated driver.
Yeah, then how do you not remember? Remember we were going inside, and then I had to sit down.
You just always have to sit down, I think.
Oh my god, Eric. Well, I get this pain when I drink a lot of really sweet alcohol. Yeah. And then I feel like I've tasted lead with my whole body.
You taste lead?
That's what it feels like. It feels like I licked a
and you
stick
don't
of
have
lead.
diabetes?
And I don't have diabetes, folks.
Wow.
I just got tested. Yeah, it tastes like I got a piece of lead and I licked all of it, and then somebody fucked me up with the same piece of lead. That's what it feels like.
That sounds horrible.
It's terrible, like, and it first happened to me when I used to drink Four Locos. If I would have two, I would be on the floor, like, dying, like.
I would be on the dance floor, fist pumping.
Blocked out.
Not remembering
what happened the next day, but just a sore arm to prove that the events were real.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like, do you remember what happened last night? No, you were fist pumping. That's not true. Ow, ow, ow.
That's exactly how it went.
Exactly
that was my conversation in the morning, exactly.
That's funny. I wish we didn't talk for so long, and this was colder, but this is definitely good.
Yeah, I feel like colder would be better. You could taste the cinnamon in it. What was that?
Nothing.
Are you drunk already?
No.
That might be a lie, people.
This is really good, but can you put it in the fridge for me? It's not
freezer
or freezer, and then I'll finish it.
She's gonna knock it, and we're gonna restart again.
No, you're not gonna make it. But mine's in the freezer. Do you want yours in the freezer, Eric?
Yeah.
Take the tab off. Oh, okay. He squished it. And then we'll taste it really cold. But I like it. It's just, It's not really something I want to drink hot.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to food review.
Food review. I just did one.
I feel like we do beer review and then we never give it a good score or anything. We're just this is an excuse to drink on the show.
I'm not here. I don't know about beer.
He's like, what? As soon as he gets out the car.
Who?
Julia.
Oh,
Who else, Berto?
I didn't hear what she said. I was talking too. Do you think we can get the food for food review?
Tell him no, Lisa. Tell him get it yourself.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Damn, this bag is heavy.
So this is something you got off the internet?
Okay, so this is not something
That thing looks huge.
This is not something I got
That's what she said.
This is not something I got off the internet. This is something I got off of word of mouth for a long time.
That's what
I've
she
never
said.
tried it. But as you guys can see, today's Hack the Menu segment is from McDonald's. So out of all the secret items I think I've heard there could be at McDonald's, there's only one that has stood out for me for not decades, but years. And it's called a McGangbang. Or also a McDank. And if you never had that, we'll open this up.
Gangbang?
A McGangbang or a McDank. So behold of this monstrosity. Pretty much it's just it's a chicken sandwich in between a McDouble. I guess it's like I don't know why you would mix these two things together. It doesn't make any sense to me, but this has a lot of history behind it. Yeah, I mean, I think you would have to be really intoxicated or really high to want to order one of these. I wish they had the spicy chicken sandwich because I would have got that. But this is the original. Yeah, they said they did and then they didn't. So this is the original McGangbang we're about to try. Like I said, it's a chicken sandwich in between. What's up, Alex? In between a McDouble. So here we go. That's a lot of bread. Why is that everything that's delicious has a bunch of carbs in it?
That's what makes it good.
Why is it that fast food beef tastes good with fast food chicken?
This would be a time saver for me because sometimes I'll go to like McDonald's and I'll get a hamburger, like a Big Mac or something, and a chicken sandwich on the side. So to save time now, I could just combine them. Just put it all in between the same bun.
Right? Look, every time My mouth, I hate pickles, and my mouth will not let me chew into a pickle.
Oh. The last time working,
I feel.
I guess Carson was right. And then he was like, take me to Ganagbang real quick, but ask for no pickles because he had an upset stomach. So I totally forget to ask for no pickles. So as soon as he bite it, he goes, and I pull over, and he like just threw up. I think like 5 minutes of everything.
Want to try it?
I think the next step is to add a fillet of fish. Because sometimes I'll get the 3 sandwiches.
It can be the fast food sal. No, what is it? Mar. What's it called? It's like what's it called?
Maritierra?
Yeah, but it's 3 of them. I think it's like aire, mar, y tierra. So it's like chicken, seafood, and beef. Let's try it. It's pretty good. Oh. I can't stop eating it.
Is she doing keto or something?
No, it's just trying to kick back on carbs. This is carb heavy.
I get really tired if I do start eating now. It's been 2 weeks. I've been really caffeine. I didn't know how bitchy I get until I had no bread for like 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Because your body's like, it wants it.
I was at work like, oh no. And I'm like, no. They're just asking for more cheese. What's going on?
I think the spicy version of this would have been amazing.
How about next week I make the spicy version or like keto version, the flour spread. Oh. Make it better. I can make it better.
Next week we'll have a hack the menu with Lisa cooking for us.
If you don't make me.
If I don't make Lisa mad. Oh, I can't
So
stop
plan
eating
B.
this.
Oh, you know what we should do? Lisa
I love
makes
carbs.
a hot Cheeto, and I should make another hot Cheeto.
Carbs are the best.
But she puts her twist to it, and I put my twist to it.
I've seen people make aguachiles hanging out.
We should have a wheel.
So I'm thinking, like, how is it that these people can make something like that seems difficult? Seems so easy. Damn, Eric, you were hungry or what? I kind of feel like me and Eric have been having dinner every Monday or Tuesday in front of the camera.
I usually won't eat after work when I'm going to film the show. I'm like, I'm going to get dinner.
It's good, man. I like it. But would I ever get this again just to get it? I wouldn't.
I would. Well, like I said, I usually get to...
I like
Sandwiches.
variety. I like my meals to last. I don't want to eat something like I need to scarf down as much food as I can to
That's
fill.
the only way I eat.
And I like to have like fries.
I eat
the
fries
hamburger.
too, but like I grab like 5 or 6 at a time and like...
Wait, how do you eat your fries? Because I know you're gonna be disappointed in me
What do you mean?
with the ketchup.
I usually don't use ketchup with my fries, but if I do, I put like ketchup on my fry and I put that.
You really? That sounds tedious.
So
I'm the guy.
I like to control the amount of ketchup on my fry.
I'm the guy who squirts the ketchup all over the fries.
Oh, I hate that.
That I do. Like
dude.
I don't know why I like it like that. I don't know why I like it that like I just like it that way. And it's messy too. It's messy as fuck. It doesn't make any sense.
I can make ketchup squirt out of my hamburger while eating it. That's the best.
I don't know. I like messy fries. Like I don't know. I like it. Like I know it says there's only like you shouldn't be friends with people like that. They're psychopaths. The ones that just squirt ketchup all over. Because How easy is it for you just to squirt ketchup on the side and for you to dunk your...
Not the same. It didn't taste the same.
Yeah. I don't
Mine's
know.
the right way.
Right. I opened a package and I did.
Everybody has a debate of where the best fries are at. I think the best fries are at Baker's with the with the habanero ketchup.
I don't think I've had that.
You never had the habanero ketchup? Oh my god.
No, Rallies. Rallies got the best fries.
Game changer. Rallies. Well, we're gonna oh
AKA
next
Checkers.
okay. AK Checkers. Okay, next week we'll have a battle of the fries episode.
McDonald's is better.
Rallies, McDonald's. There can only be I'm gonna think only 3 contenders because I used to like the old Carl's Jr. fries and they changed them. I used to like the old Jack in the Box fries and they changed them.
The only good fries are from McDonald's.
Burger King keeps trying to
Redo everything.
redo everything, so we're gonna do 3 fries, Baker's, McDonald's, and Rallies next episode.
Now,
Nobody likes In-N-Out fries.
Nobody likes In-N-Out.
I even feel like, they're the best. I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
No, that's not true.
Why are you lying to yourself?
have you guys tasted hot Cheetos with corn and then nacho cheese and then everything that the corn had? Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm like, this is good. I've been eating one every night.
Every night?
Yeah,
I knew she was gaining her way back.
I was. Yes, hell yes.
Nacho cheese, corn, and hot Cheetos?
He opens the hot Cheetos and he puts corn in it, and then he puts nacho cheese on it, and then
A
he
stick
puts
of butter.
and then he puts mayonnaise and queso on it.
What the
I
fuck?
Because when I said I want an elote de hot Cheetos, I meant like the elote, and then you sprinkle hot Cheetos dust. And then when I saw that, I was like, this is gross. I was like, you ordered it. I was like, no, I thought he meant the stick. And then.
What was it, an esquite?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, for those of you who don't know who an esquite is, it's just corn in a cup.
Yeah. That just seems like a lazy way to eat corn.
It's like when my aunt introduced me to ice cream and fries. I was like, I'm gonna slap you when I see you.
Lisa. Campbell corn in a cup.
In the cup, unless it's grilled and I cut it.
That's what I'm saying. Campbell corn in a cup. Let's do it right now.
What?
I don't know if I'm like,
Not for the episode, but what time is it? Ooh, might be kind of close.
no, it's not at you.
Can we get the ingredients from...
We just need corn and coconut milk.
Can we get the ingredients from Food for Less?
I finally got the button right.
Cambodian corn, is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Have you ever had Cambodian corn?
No.
And try it with that?
Damn, I feel like
That though.
we're not really friends
Okay.
on my part because
You haven't.
I haven't.
So you're a shitty
introduced
friend,
you.
Berto?
Yeah, I'm a shitty friend, bro.
Fuck.
Well, I didn't introduce him to it until like,
Oh, it took Lisa 6 years to introduce me to Cambodian corn.
like it. I was like, no, I gotta
Okay, but we've known each other like 20 years.
No, it's because, dude. Okay, look, it's just.
We passed this 14 years ago, Berto.
No, look. Oh my god, we can't really speak about this in this episode.
This is already going on pretty long.
We can't speak about it on this episode because I'm trying to make a business out of Cambodian corn. Even though I already been exposing myself. Damn,
From high school,
Eric.
and she says,
It's
Cambodian corn.
It's a game changer.
she gets really disgusted.
Game changer.
I'm like, we can't be friends anymore. I actually stopped.
What happened?
I have a friend since high school, and then I would always post.
Oh, cute.
Elote, right? And then she was like, just by smelling it, it makes me want to throw up.
But what kind of elote?
I said, any elote or the elotes with mayonnaise and stuff? She's like, no, any kind. I was
Oh,
like, we can't be friends, and I literally stopped talking to her.
you can't hate on corn.
I was like, corn's my
Look,
God.
okay, my brother just barely had Cambodian corn on 4th of July. After 8 years.
Berto,
So-
I mean,
so these-
Nestor, I would disown Berto
Or 9 years.
for waiting 9 years to
It
introduce
took,
you
no,
to Cambodian.
yeah,
corn.
it took Lisa at least 4 years. It took her at least 4 years. And you should have seen us all, because we did it at a barbecue. You should have seen all our reaction at that barbecue when we were like, Lisa, what the
She's been holding out.
But yeah, I was like, you guys want to try it? And Bruno's like, he was like offended because I didn't show him that. I was like, oh,
We were offended because of how good it is. We're like, what do you...
That's the Cambodia thing. It's for family barbecues. And there's one guy at work tried to say the street corn. I was like, ain't nobody said on the street. So I mean, that's a family barbecue meal.
Dude, my mom is a picky eater. She will not eat anything she wasn't born eating. And she tried this, and it's a staple at our barbecues.
You can give my mom like 1,000 things to try. And she's going to say no to those 1,000. Except if it's Lisa's corn.
It's like,
I know I'm hyping it up right now, but it's a game changer, dude.
it's traditional. My mom made it.
Lisa, what if you make it with that corn? Like, make a big thing of corn.
Okay, we'll move on. This corn is that good. This corn is that good. So, wow, we're done with... Then we've done everything. Rants, beer, food. We'll go on to a little bit of music news. Did you guys hear Kanye West is running for president? It might be old news by now, but...
I thought he had dropped out at first.
No, I know. And then somebody said
Then,
he
like,
was
he
like
had that
late.
rally.
Yeah, somebody said he was late to register, and then he had
Late
the fucking
registration.
rally. Oh, that makes sense. I never think. Where's the? Oh, there it is. What was it? It was a late registration. He went. Man, he lost his mind in that fucking rally.
I think ever since he started trying to run for president.
Nah, it's been before
Dude,
that.
they've like what kind of partner lets their significant other
Like make a fool out of himself.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for her to stop him.
Well, remember when we said slavery was a choice and all the guys was for them? He was like, I got liposuction for y'all. And I was like, no, dude, it's crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
It's the pressure of being on a Kardashian. You have to be looking a certain way.
He said Harriet Tubman
Uh-huh.
didn't free the slaves.
It's crazy.
He said she just basically made them work for better white people owners. Like
They just weren't being whooped, basically.
yeah, the way he said. And then NLE Choppa tried to say, basically what Kanye West was trying to say is, or NLE Choppa tried to explain what Kanye West was trying to say, and that was that, yeah, Harriet Tubman might have freed the slaves, but white people still owned everything. So
Like, they were still being taken advantage of.
they were still being taken advantage of, and so
But that was like out of her, like, to try to like.
so in theory, they were never really freed.
But that's like beyond her control. Like, she's like, compared that though to living in slavery, I mean, it might not have been better, but they were free
It could have been
ish.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it is apparent that he does have mental issues, and then two, he's releasing his newest studio album, Donda, named after his mother, this Friday.
What if the whole thing? I felt after when he was like, I'm going back to music, and he put that, like, this whole thing was just to promote an album.
That's pretty much what everybody's thinking, is that it was him. A lot of conspiracy theorists think that since he's a Donald Trump supporter, that he was pretty much there to try to see if he can rob the black votes from the Democrats.
Split the Democratic vote.
Yeah, so even though he was trying to run as the birthday party, that was, you know how this is the Republican Party and the Democrat Party? His party was called the birthday party. Because when he wins, it's everybody's birthday.
Well, ever since his mom died, he has all the pain that he's going on to, so he knows how to process that.
Yeah.
He's going off the wall, like,
Yeah.
Like, he's admitted, no, like, every so often he like goes off his meds because
Yeah, like,
he doesn't feel creative.
He needs a hug and he needs help.
Yeah, let me tell you, I weaned off my meds a long time ago
And got back on the alcohol.
Am I happier now? Yes. Is my health suffering more than usual? Definitely.
Also, yes. Not funny.
But yeah, it's not funny, but I know it's twisted in a weird way for me to laugh about it, but I know how it is to be on those medications and they stop you from feeling things, and especially if you're trying to write music and trying to be emotional about it, everything else seems cold, like it doesn't seem authentic, it doesn't seem genuine, so it doesn't seem like it's coming from you. Yeah, pretty much. I guess when you're on medications, it almost seems like you're censoring yourself, but
But you're your own worst enemy when you're struggling through that.
yeah, I feel for him. I feel for Kanye. I know what he's going through, or maybe not exactly what he's going through.
Yeah, and when he lost his mom, he like lost it.
But yeah, I mean, I know how it is. What drove me into depression was not achieving my goals and then not being successful at stuff I thought I could be successful at, you know? So I think for him, he's already successful. So he wants to continue to be successful and continue to be taken seriously. But the music industry is changing. Like people come and go. Like he had a good run. Sometimes I remember growing up, we all wished Metallica would stop making music. And
I never listened to him.
no, but what I'm saying is like there's a point where you're like, as a young person, you perceive this person to be like, you guys are old people playing rock. Why are you guys still playing rock? Rock is for the young generation. Same thing with rap, you know, like I think for rap and music, you know how like for girls, it's like they keep getting that whole quote, they keep getting younger. Like there's always younger girls like coming into adulthood where like girls lose their man to them, you know what I mean? Like, in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the people that go through that, I think in music, that's like the harsh reality. Like, you have this window of like, you made it, and your crowd is from those ages. And then that crowd stops buying music, they grow up to be adults, and then you're trying to stay with the newer crowd, and they don't respect you as much because they didn't grow up with you. They didn't see you make it to the top. They didn't see you progress as a musician. And that's why, because now NBA Youngboy is the hottest thing out there. NBA Youngboy, like, if you don't listen to him, like, everybody's praising him all the time. And I don't like his music, but he's like the new it, you know, like, there's memes about his fans because his music is so angry. They'll be like how NBA Youngboy fans stand in front of the microwave and they're like clenching their fists like they're gonna sock the microwave if their food isn't ready, like in a certain amount of time.
How are you not a fan then?
I don't like his music, but you know, like I think it's hard for an artist. Kind of like a supermodel too. Eventually you age out. And if that's your way of making a living, you're trying so hard to keep that. And it gets difficult and more difficult as every 2 to 3 years go by.
I think he has not done because he lost his guidance because his mom was the reason why he worked hard.
Yeah, but on top of that, come on, man. He's 40 years old. Who wants to hear a 40-year-old rapper when you're 18? You can't relate to a 40-year-old rapper. You can't.
Why do people still listen to Eminem?
People don't really listen to Eminem no more. Eminem's last 2 albums, to me, they flopped.
I haven't listened to them.
Yeah. Music to Be Murdered By and Kamikaze. The only reason why they had spurts was because there were surprise drops. So people are like, oh shit, Eminem dropped an album. But every review that those albums got was weak as hell. Like, nobody was really rocking with them because they're like, it sounds dated. Yes, we get it. Eminem could rap. Was I impressed by it? No, I wasn't. And he's over here breaking syllable records, and people are still giving him those type of reviews. So, but J. Cole's about to drop an album. Eric's wearing the shirt right now, or two singles.
Yeah, 2 tracks are he's gonna release tomorrow, July 22nd, The Climbback and Lion King on Ice. From the album, I guess he's calling it The Fall Off.
The Fall Off.
He still hasn't have a date for the album, but he's taking his time, he said.
Yeah, see, and J. Cole himself has gotten called out by younger rappers as being like old and outdated. And because there's always going to be an audience for real hip hop. But the young people are going to roll what's hot right now. And why do you think, which is smart of like J. Cole, like these guys like J. Cole, Eminem, like Kendrick, they don't want to be hot for right now. They're looking at longevity. But these new rappers coming out, they're going for shock factor, and that's what the kids like, you know? Kids are always going to like something different, something crazy, something their parents hate. And unfortunately, Kanye West is way out of that fucking zone. I'm predicting that Donda will flop. I'm predicting that it will not do good. He'll drop it, and maybe for a week, people will talk about it. But did you listen to Lil Wayne's last record?
Nope.
Exactly. You didn't either, right? But there was a time where anything Lil Wayne dropped was... Because
I remember I was always like on the websites and shit, like waiting for like new mixtapes for Lil Wayne and shit.
Yeah, that Piff.
Yep.
Yeah, too. When I remember Akon for albums. I remember him for features.
Yeah.
So I'll think about like, remember when Akon was like the feature? Oh, come on, man. Locked Up was what about Nobody Wanna See Us Together, but it don't matter, no. That's a good song. Akon has hits, and now he has his own city, so...
Did he put Lady Gaga on? Was it Akon?
Oh, hey, Akon put Lady Gaga on, remember? That was his artist. He did. I don't think people remember that nowadays. Nobody really talks about it.
He probably retired.
Huh? Yeah, we're talking about Akon City, aka the new Wakanda. They're gonna have their own currency and everything over there.
Did they discover vibranium?
Imagine. So yeah, I am expecting Kanye West to do terrible numbers. And that will show because Juice WRLD also just had a number one posthumous album, and the only other two people to achieve that was Tupac and Biggie. So, there's always going to be a shift in music. My favorite band growing up was Korn, and now when Korn drops an album, I'm like, when are they going to stop? Hold on to your better days, but that's how they make a living. How are you going to, not even that. How are you going to stop doing what you love because people don't appreciate it anymore? It's still good. I bet you if Eminem dropped Music to Be Murdered By as a new artist, he would start his career all over again if he didn't exist in the times he existed. I've always thought that. It just becomes white noise eventually, like.
And because people will probably ultimately compare it to the thing that did make you blow up.
Yeah, exactly. I always thought, like, even people who make one-hit wonders have a fan base. And then And then you, because you liked one song, don't hear about them ever again. But their fan base still loves their records. So for me, my theory is that when you go mainstream and you're at the top of your game, what you're doing is you're building your core following.
Your real fans.
Your real fans. So when you're no longer in the mainstream, you have built yourself a bubble to maintain yourself in of your true supporters. So, which is what J. Cole is, you know what I mean? It's just, J. Cole's doing the same thing. I think, and then Kendrick was supposed to drop an album a long time ago. You didn't see his Instagram? He dropped like some cryptic images like maybe like 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh, like it led to some website or something.
Yeah, and he never did anything with it. I think probably the protests and stuff halted all that stuff and maybe COVID, but it goes to show you too. Logic announced that he has one more album getting ready to drop, and then he's gonna retire too.
Why?
Why is he gonna retire? A lot of people.
Well, because he said no, because he wants to be a dad or something.
Yeah, he wants to be a dad. He wants to focus on his family. But I think the real reason is the rap community is consistently trying to expose him as a garbage rapper. Mm-hmm. Even though he's trying to be among the elite. So I think he's probably just tired of trying to keep up. And having his peers discredit him.
I think it was Woody, like, because no other fathers keep working after they have kids.
Right? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you retire if you just had a family? Like, and then some people are questioning his retirement too. Like, how long is his retirement?
Oh, and didn't
1 or 2 years?
Antonio Brown retired for like the 3rd time.
Oh, and then Antonio Brown retired for like the 4th time. There's the dates too. I think it's 4 dates that he retired, and this 4th one, I don't know. This 4th one seems realer because coronavirus retired a lot of people. Coronavirus retired Vince Carter, and Vince Carter is the only NBA player, and I think only athletes to play in 4 decades. He played in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s.
Fake news, this decade hasn't started.
No, it has.
I went back to that argument from before.
So coronavirus definitely has had a lot of different impacts all around the world. Not even music, sports. And some people just, some people just are smart. Like, damn, why am I continuing? Like, life's not normal anymore. And they blame it on something else, like NFL owners not paying up.
Is baseball back this week?
Yeah. Baseball's back this week. Am I going to go to any baseball games? Hell no.
Are they even going to be available to go to?
Did they say anything about that?
I know there was places where, like, in states where they're not opening. Like, I know Pennsylvania for sure, they're not allowing
fans. Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they don't allow gatherings of over, I don't know, like 500 people. So I think like the Eagles people are like, nah, we're not gonna open. So that's football though. So.
Yeah. You can't. I know that concerts are like at 15% capacity. So, if you are lucky enough for your local baseball team or football team or well, in basketball they call it a bubble, no?
Oh, yeah.
So they're all playing in one city.
Orlando, right?
Or in Orlando, Florida, yeah.
That's where MLS is playing.
All the teams just play there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's weird. Have you heard sporting events with no crowds?
I've seen the UFC with no crowds. And it's weird. It's like watching The Ultimate Fighter. It's different because, like, you'll hear it's
You'll
like
hear all the instructions.
you hear the instructions clearly. You'll be like, the guy will be like, "Stop dropping your hands. Keep your chin down."
Yeah, like I've noticed because soccer started like a few months ago, like in Europe, and now, like I said, MLS is playing in Orlando. Like they started like last week or something, and it's weird. It feels like when I go to watch like the Sunday League where I used to play, because you could just hear everybody yelling at each other. You could hear them complaining to the ref.
Yeah.
Like one of them, there was like a call against the goalie. He's like, "Are you serious? It's fucking bullshit." And it's like on TV.
I miss the fans going crazy over like certain plays, or when they disagree with something, booing the shit out of everybody. Like, I miss those times. Like, I think sports have to realize how important fans are and start charging less for fans to attend, because they pretty much...
Or make the experience more enjoyable.
Something, right? Because I think they don't get back to the fans enough. Like, nobody... It's different to watch a sport with no fans, because you don't want to be there. You're like... You can't... You know what I mean? Like, I think half the time I saw something, it's like, oh my god, I wish I was in the stands with everybody celebrating. But no one's celebrating. I bet you when a championship happens on TV with no fans, it's gonna just be like, whatever. It's like, you're not gonna wish to be in that moment. It's not gonna feel iconic. It's not gonna feel historic. It's just gonna feel like a moment in time.
Like that Super Bowl commercial always about Disney World at the end of every Super Bowl.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That just wouldn't feel the same if there was no crowd. Like, I feel like you wouldn't... Like, you'd be excited as a player because you won the championship, but
you don't have your city to back you up. There's not going to be no parades if you win the championship. Yeah. It's going to... Imagine your rookie season. No one's going to make no fuss about you. No one's going to, like... It's a bad time for everybody. Maybe for music, not so much as sports, because sports is definitely a fan-driven entertainment.
Like, I never believed in home field advantage, but seeing games without crowds, I see it now.
Yeah, I know. I was watching a fight, and I'm like, sometimes hearing your audience like chant your name, you know, if you were a fighter, I think that could give you that little like oomph to come back. And so, or when you're getting booed, that has an emotional change in your environment too. And I don't know, maybe this makes sports fairer, because like it's just like, let's see what you guys can do. Just player to player.
Or maybe...
No outside influence. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Like, now it's just everything that's inside of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think I've told you that, like, I always wondered, like, what you would be like as a true person without any outside influence. Now, we'll get to see players live by that. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see. We'll report on it next week. Definitely, because basketball starts next week too, right?
I think so.
So we'll definitely have sports now to talk about. So we probably won't do music news unless something crazy happens, and then we'll talk about sports and what our analysis of it is, as no fans appear to be on the stage. All right, Eric. Anything else?
Can I get a grande surprise drink?
Grande surprise drink? Okay.
Yes. And then can I get a birthday cake pop?
Okay, just one birthday cake pop?
Yes.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, just hang up to the window.
Hey guys, this is KimsBeautyglam. So I came and asked for the surprise drink, and she gave me no. I don't know what she gave me. This is terrible. So she didn't even tell me what it was, but she gave me this. I am gonna take a picture of it, and I don't know if I should go back inside and ask her. But anyway, she gave me this, and I'll get back to you guys on what it was. As you guys can see, it's an iced coffee with, I'm gonna say it's sweet cream. Right there. And I'm gonna try it. Okay, I know what it is. Okay, so I think I know what she gave me. It's regular coffee. It's regular iced coffee, because that's all you can taste, with the sweet cream on top. That's what it is. It's regular coffee with sweet cream. I'm actually gonna call and ask what it was, and it's pretty good. The top is super sweet, but when the coffee flows in, then it's really good. So I got this. I'm actually gonna call and get the name of it, and I'll let Fingers in the Batter let you guys know what it was. But yeah, this is it. It's like coffee, like strong coffee with creamer or sweet cream. It's pretty good. You guys should order it. Well, I'll get back to you guys with the name.
I don't know. You have the script.
I think that was it. Yeah, outro. So where can they find us at?
You can find us on Instagram at Fingers in the Batter, YouTube.com/Fingers in the Batter, Facebook.com/Fingers in the Batter, and the audio podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Yeah. And I think that's it.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see you guys laters.
Don't be a lazy bones. Return your carts to the cart corral.
Bye. Nice! You made it to the end of the episode. You know what that means. It means you don't have coronavirus and you've been obeying all social distancing laws and wearing your mask. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also smash that notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload another awesome episode. Later.